Well, there's plenty here to work our way through. We had PPI numbers out earlier and actually came in below the estimates at 4.2%. That's year over year. We had the initial and continuing job claims numbers. Those came out. We've got, let's see, in 15 minutes, Treasury 30-year bond auction. That's coming up. EIA had nat gas storage numbers that came out earlier. Weekly export sales were out earlier. We've had a lot of things hitting. You know, I think yesterday, though, probably was the icing on the cake as far as reports, because yesterday we had that CPI, we had the EIA petroleum stocks, had a 10-year note auction, we had the WASDE crop production FSA numbers. We were just loaded with things yesterday. So what do we trade today? How about the corn market? That's where we start. And we're lower. The December at 473 3/4, down 7. Now notice we're in about a 9-cent trade range here, less than a dime. Just not a lot of activity right now here in the corn market. How about soybeans? Following a flash sale announcement to China, 4.6 million bushels, we're now higher. And the November, which it was a new crop purchase, 1184, 1183 3/4 now, and it's a half penny higher. Let's go through the rest of the complex. Soy meal contracts have been moving higher, and we have bean oil contracts in the red. Speaking of red, that's what we've been seeing from the wheat market until just a little bit ago. In September, it's 653.5, make it 653 3/4. We're up a penny now on Chicago. Hard red still in the red, 720 1/4, half penny lower. And the cotton market, yeah, we're still lower there, down 116 at 83.22. Bryant Sanderson's with CHS Hedging, senior commodity broker there. All right, Bryant, with all of that information dumped on us yesterday, are we just kind of treading water, trying to keep our head above it?
Yeah, we're trying to really figure out what these numbers mean, essentially, that we got yesterday from the USDA, and kind of how things are looking going forward as far as the crop conditions. You know, right now corn's down 7 cents. I think a lot of that is, yeah, we gained 20 cents yesterday, but also, you know, the USDA came out with 1.4 million more acres on the planted acres and 1.2 million more on the harvested acres. So, you know, if we do see an improvement on the yield going forward from them, we'll get the farmer survey numbers in September. So, you know, we could see a bit of a change on that yield number. So I don't know. I think the corn may be pulling back a little bit there, and I think we're probably seeing a little better farmers selling today. And then on the beans, you know, it's, you know, the increase in acres, they really help the ending stocks despite the drop in yield there. Crush was a little larger. So, you know, to me on the beans, we're just kind of treading water too, waiting to see how weather looks specifically in the Dakotas, how much rain falls this week in North Dakota specifically. And then on top of that, just how things look over the next few weeks as far as the Chinese demand, and really, do they push things further yet? I know we had the export sale announced this morning, and our weekly export sales were awfully strong here for new crop.
Huge.
Okay, so as you're describing this, I'm kind of thinking through some things. You mentioned crush numbers. I think we get, what, a NOPA crush number on Monday? Is that right? And I mean, is that going to make any difference?
I think it is Monday. But yeah, I mean, it's so in terms of the crush numbers, we know we're going to have record numbers each month nearly. So, you know, we know it's not going to pull back as that mandated level is there, and it's at a high level. So to me, what we're going to look for is just how the bean oil stocks look specifically in that, and that's what the bean oil market's going to trade. But I don't think the market's going to be surprised by any means of a strong crush number.
Well, all I can say is go start the weekend, because it looks like it might be a quiet end to the week if we keep doing what we're doing today. Bryant, great to see you. Bryant Sanderson, CHS Hedging. Back in a moment. More markets on Market Day Report.